Good morning students. Today first I will discuss about the questions that is based on previous video. First question is CPU is housed in a single chip called a microprocessor. Next question, various external devices connect to a computer through different cable and ports. Name any two output devices and specify where they are used. Printers. Printers are one of the most popular computer peripherals and are commonly used to print text and photos. Basically, it is used in banks and offices, in schools also. Up next is plotter. A plotter is a computer hardware device, much like a printer, that is used for printing vector graphics instead of toner. Plotters use a pen, pencil, marker, or another writing tool to draw multiple continuous lines onto paper rather than a series of dots like a traditional printer. Basically, it is used for printing engineering drawings like building plans, etc. Next, what do you understand by IPO cycle? IPO stands for Input Process Output. This is a process by which any input is provided to the computer, then CPU processes the information and whatever we get after processing is called output. Next, name any two input devices and specify where they are used. Scanner is an input device which works more like a photocopy machine. It is used when some information is available on paper and it is to be transferred to the hard disk of the computer for further manipulation. Basically, scanner, it is used in bank, offices, malls, etc. Next, microphone. Microphone is an input device to input sound that is then stored in a digital form. The microphone is used for various applications such as adding sound to a multimedia presentation or for mixing music. Basically, it is used in record voice. Next question is, how is the serial port is different from parallel port? The main difference between a serial port and a parallel port is that a serial port transmits data one bit after another, while a parallel port transmits all 8 bits of a byte in parallel. Thus, a parallel port transmits data much faster than a serial port. Computers have both serial and parallel ports along with newer technology called a USB Universal Serial Bus port. So students, today I will teach you new chapter, Computer Fundamentals. In this session you will learn about computer memory, In computer memory, I will discuss about primary memory, secondary memory and characteristics of a computer. So students, you can see here the control unit of CPU controls all the components of the computer system. User gives input into the CPU. After processing, it gives output on the output devices. Next, computer memory. A digital computer represents data using the binary number system. The binary number system consists of binary digits or bits, each of which has a value 1 or 0. Text, numbers, pictures, audio and nearly all form of data can be converted into a string of bits. So students, you can see the diagram of memory. The memory can be divided into two types, primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory. It is the main memory of a computer and a computer can not work without it. Primary memory is present in the computer. It is further divided into two types, RAM means random access memory and ROM, read-only memory. RAM is used to store the data and instructions needed during program execution. It can be accessed by the CPU directly. The CPU continuously reads instructions stored there and executes them as required. The stored data is lost when power is turned off. Thus, the RAM is said to be of volatile nature. It is also known as read or write memory as data can be written on and read from it. It is small sized, light but quite expensive. Next, ROM. ROM mainly stores instructions required by a computer during startup. It stores the program's BIOS, which is required to initially boot the computer. BIOS means input output system. Is the program which the microprocessor uses to get the computer system started when it is turned on. The contents of ROM are permanent and they stay even when power is switched off. Initially, ROM was not rewritable and the programs were written on it by the manufacturer of the computer. The data and programs written on it could not be changed or deleted afterwards. The data or instructions stored in ROM could only be read. This is the reason why it is called read-only memory. Now next is your secondary memory. You can see there are different types of storage media. Secondary memory. To store a large volume of data permanently, we need a secondary storage device. It is non-volatile in nature. It is a permanent memory. The programs and the results of data processing are stored in these for future use. It is also called as external memory or auxiliary memory. This memory cannot be directly accessed by the CPU because its characteristics of a computer. Speed. It is very fast and can execute instruction in fraction of a second. Its speed is in the range of millions to billions of instructions per second. It can execute an instruction in nanoseconds or picoseconds. Accuracy. Computer give you accurate and consistent result if the input provided to them is accurate and reliable. Inaccurate input will produce incorrect result. Reliability and diligence. It is built with integrated circuits and are more reliable. Failure rate is low as they do not get tired or bored and thus are suitable to handle repetitive tasks. Storage capacity. It has large memory and can store a huge amount of data. Versatility. It can be used for different types of tasks from writing letters, drawing and editing pictures to listening to music and watching videos, etc. Power of remembering. Because it has large memory and can store a huge amount of data, so it has power of remembering capacity. Next, compactness. Compactness means the quality of having all the necessary components or features neatly fitted into a small space. Limitations of computer. It cannot work without electricity. Computer cannot take own decisions. Computer cannot think. It has zero IQ. Computer is completely dependent on human. Computer is costly. Computer has no creativity. Homework for today is first 5 questions are fill in the blanks. Then sixth question is true and false. Seventh question is where is flash memory used? Question number 8, what is secondary memory? Give 2 examples. Question number 9, how is RAM different from ROM? Thank you.